How about them goddamn birds, huh? Sip of coffee for that one. One hell of a damn win right there, you know. Once again, going into halftime, being down 17-7, and saying to yourself, oh my God, here we go again with this. This is now the fourth straight game that we had trailed at halftime and came back and won. Funny is last year we were a first half team. This Eagles team it was already like 30-0 or 20-0. Hurts would already have 220 yards passing, and AJ would have 100 yards, and Smitty would have almost 100, and all this great stuff. And then the second half we would be terrible. Defense would be great. Offense would just be flat. All these 3 and outs. Now this year, it's complete opposite. First half, the team can't do a damn nothing on offense. Can't do anything correctly on offense. And that's what needs to be fixed. I'll get to that in a second. Defensively, I know people can look at the stats and go, wow, they gave up 500 yards damn near of offense and all this and all that. Yeah, but the defense was put in bad situations. Once again, this defense is kind of that bend or don't break kind of style. They were put in bad spots. Like when Hurts had the interception that was tipped and it flew in the air, fell in the... Now they're starting damn near like the third, whatever it was. They score. Or kick a field goal. I can't remember on top of my head. But I'm just saying, it put them in bad situations. Then the fumble. Then the this. Then the that. And overall, I think they had 92 plays on offense. Or 92 drives. Not 92 drives, a lot. 92 plays or something that the Bills had on offense. That's a lot. Defense was tired. Defense was gassed. They couldn't do it anymore. And that's when the Bills knew in the fourth quarter that when there was a couple minutes left, we're going to run this down their throat. It's going to make them even more tired. And it was like, you know what? Whatever. But offensively, defense, I'm not too worried. But if the offense could match the defense, things would look so much better, especially if we could somehow get a lead. Because once we get the lead, then we can pin our ears back and really get after these quarterbacks and really accumulate a lot of sacks. That's why last year it was like, wow, they got the lead. And we knew, okay, they're going to pass. They can't run it. But first half, the offense looks like it's the worst. And it's not because of the players. It's the play calling. Play calling is god-awful. It's, especially this game, when we first came in, we found out Lane Johnson wasn't going to play. I said, you got to be kidding me. Lane Johnson's out of nowhere. This is out of the blue. On Friday, he felt something. He got up out of bed or got somewhere, tore something, not feel good. MRI as we speak this moment. And that was like 1 or 2 o'clock. I said, what? Then they quit. Then they take him as out. Now, you go in the game plan, you know, all right. Overall, the Eagles, I think the record's like 4-24 or something when Lane's hurt, like when he's not in the lineup or some crazy number like that. As a coach and especially a quarterback, you know, all right, listen, there's no Lane. We're going to have Jack Driscoll or something, or Jack Stoll or whatever, not Jack, whatever. Whoever they had, I think it was Driscoll. He was going to be playing in that, filling in, whatever. All right, well, that side's going to be a little weak. So we run the ball, but let's run it to the opposite side. The dumb fuck didn't even think to, I guess, put that in his thought process that, he's out of it. We got to try to operate on the other side of the field instead of going, especially with the running. No, he was running right into that spot, and it was blow up after blow up. Then finally they run it, and the second half comes. They finally, once again, that too. They don't get DeAndre Swift involved at all. Then second half comes, or late third quarter. Now they got him going. Oh my God, dude, he's a game changer, bro. You've seen it last week against the Chiefs. He basically won us that game. Our defense, him, and special teams, and Hurts a little bit. That's it. But the first half, the play calling is so fucking bad, especially for a team with so much talent. It's terrible, this play calling. It's stuff that makes no sense. They pass when they should run, and they run when they should pass. It's like that. That's how simple I'll say it. Or they pass way too much. And it's not passes where it's, all right, you know what, we're going to do a screen here, we're going to do a little slant pass, something like that. No, it's just they're trying to go all out, knowing the offensive line struggled last week and they struggled this week, plus there's no Lane Johnson. Let's protect our quarterback here. Let's run the ball. The one thing I do miss about this offense, and I ain't going to lie, is going under center and running the ball. I get it, this is more of a RPO shotgun offense, blah, 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 blah. Hurts controls everything at the line. I get that. But under center, we did it, I think, once or twice last week. We did it against Dallas. We did it today with Boston Scott, and it just, boom, he picks it up. But I know how this offense is operating. So the first half comes, they were so bad So terrible. Defense doing everything they can. Second half comes around, and now all of a sudden, it's like the playbook changed. Now they have all the creative plays. Now they have two running backs in the game, two running backs in at one time, and they do that play where they do the play action, and then they pass it down to we used to be Goddard. Goddard's hurt now. It's Stoll or whoever just Coachella, blah 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 blah. You know the deal. The backup plan. Now they start bringing all the plays out. Oh, they run DeAndre Swift kind of like on like a jet sweep kind of thingy, and boom, he breaks free, he breaks loose. Now it's like, where was all this at before? Then we get in the red zone, and boom, play action, take out, boom, throws to A.J. Brown. Where was this at in the first half? I'm not saying you have to call those exact plays, but just a little bit of creativity, a little bit of, look, you stand back, like I said last week, and have your quarterback just drop back in the shotgun and go pass the ball. And the routes may be creative, or even when you run the ball, you just stand there and hand it out of the shotgun to the damn running back. You're not fooling anybody. He goes right into a wall of people, and that's it. There's got to be creativity off these plays. Now, mind you, I know that some of these plays, it is Jalen Hurts, because it's an RPO play where he can either keep it, he can give it to the running back, or he can pass it. That's another thing that this team needs to get on track with, because Kenneth Gainwell, is that who was it fumbled? He didn't know to take the ball or not. I was screaming, what the you doing? First, I thought it was Hurts' fault, but it wasn't. He has it right here on him, and he's holding it. He's not even holding it. He's just standing there with it in its chest like this. And then finally, he decides to try to take it. I thought he thought what he thought all along. Well, if it was an RPO, I could go back and re-watch it. He probably thought all along, well, I'm not getting this ball. He probably wants to do a real hard fake. Like, he really wants me to act like I'm taking this. And he's going to scoop it in and throw it. And that's the only thing I could think of. Other than that, if it wasn't an RPO, if it wasn't a play where Hurts could have an option to pass, then that was ridiculous to fumble. And Gainwell, whatever, I'm done with that experiment. He's good. He's decent back, but Swift needs to get the ball a lot more. I want to see more of Rashad Penny. But overall, offensively, the second half, I don't understand it. Now Hurts throws a touchdown, throws another one to Smith. Then that beautiful pass, I can't believe it, where he who was it? Zacchaeus? Boom. There was double cover too. I think it was 3rd and 15. Out of nowhere, Jalen Hurts looks like Jalen Hurts, and the offense is just clicking. And it was like, man, this is awesome. And I'll tell you what, though, they clicked at the right time, because now this game came into the fourth quarter, and I think Josh Allen finally threw a pick, whatever. I was like, where's this guy? Josh Allen this year has been bad. He's been throwing picks left and right. Now this game, he just looks amazing. I understand their playoff hopes were kind of on the line. I'm like, but watch. Next week he goes versus KC. He's going to start looking like he was the past few weeks, just throwing interceptions. No, we got one on him. Literally right after I said that, hey, boom, James Bradbury with the interception. Overall, though, so then we get to the fourth quarter. I think there's, like I said, whatever. They run it out. At that point, I'm saying, let them score a touchdown, because then we get a chance on offense. They end up scoring one. I think there was a minute and 40 left, something like that. We had our timeout. Whole bunch of BS happened where it got to the point where there was a false start on Jason Kelsey. Then there was another false start. Then there was, all right, well, there's 30 seconds. Maybe the Eagles, they should do this. And Romo was talking this nut shit that pick up a few yards, and then you can't spike it because it won't be a fourth down. It'll be fourth down. You spike it, you'll lose down. You got to run your kickers out and all this. That ended up not happening. We ended up just kicking a 60-yarder, and Jake motherfucking Elliott, the beast, and the balls on that boy, man. 60-yarder in that terrible, awful weather. Raining like hell all day, the wind, everything. Boom. And we go to overtime. I couldn't believe he made it. I thought we lost. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I was kind of to the point where I said, you know what? Maybe we should lose. Maybe it's good that they lose. Because they had next week coming up, we got the 49ers. Oh, yeah. And they're pissed off. Okay, I know they're still mad. They're still talking about that damn NFC title game. It's almost a goddamn year old come January, right? They're still talking about that. NFC championship game. All off season. They want to come rip our heads off. And they look really good right now. I mean, they are no joke team, bro. They are not. Defensively, offensively, they have their whole thing running like a damn juggernaut. I feel they're better than us, honestly. And I can say that because I just feel that. I mean, but I will say this. Back to this. He hits it, we go to overtime. All right, we go to overtime. Bills win the toss. I'm like, dude, bro, we lost the game. Okay. No, we end up holding them. They had to kick a field goal. They kick a field goal. We get back on offense. And I knew right in my heart, I said, we won this game. Now I feel we won this game. You know why? Jalen Hurts is on the field. You know, in my entire life as an Eagles fan, my whole life, I've never felt about any quarterback we had. Anyone, man. I was here for all the hours. I never felt, you know what? If this guy's on the field and you give him just a little bit of time to operate on that with the offensive line, I think I said this last week, but you have a chance to win any damn game, and you're in every damn game. That's how I never felt this way. And then it just started this year. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people are talking about last year, but I'm more impressed with this team because they find any which way to win. They just can't lose. And yeah, there's losses are going to come. It's the NFL. I get it. But they just find ways to win. They never panic. They never urge. They never freak out. They just know what to do. They know what the goal is. And that's more impressive. That's championship football to me. Instead of just, let's blow these guys out, look fancy, then we get into a close games and we lose them. No, this is the real deal. But we go march down the field, boom, boom, boom. Then Hurts runs it in, touchdown, Eagles win in overtime. That was a wild game. It was insane, but the Birds winning, man. It was awesome. The only thing, like I said, I have issues with is the offense. I don't understand the halves. It happened last week. It happened weeks prior. First half, yeah, they'll score a touchdown or a touchdown and field goal, but they still don't look like they're clicking. Then out of nowhere, it just clicks. In the second half, they start doing all these creative plays and all this. It's like, where was all this at? And if the Eagles offense could play a whole game like this, like from the whole first half and second half, we're unbeatable. We're blowing doors off people. Not just blowing doors. We're just looking like almost like maybe like the 49ers. Like how we should look with all the talent we have. But let's go Birds. That was a hell of a win, man. That was a hell of a win for the team. Jalen Hurts put the team on his back, won the damn game, did what he had to do. Now we're on to the 49ers. This is a big week. This is a big game, man. You guys comment below on your thoughts. How do you guys feel? Like I said, like, subscribe. You know the deal. And let's go Birds, man. On to the next. 10-1, baby. 10-1. Should be 11-0, but Jets got that one. Whatever. Go Birds.